Citizens' jury is a deliberative process to understand what the public want out of a certain aspect, and that aspect can be anything. It's a process that's come over from the Jefferson Center in America, and it's a very formularized, standardized process to really understand public opinion. We'd identified people to be in an oversight group that included clinicians, academics, commissioners, people with lived experience, VCSE. And they were all involved in several meetings that then created the question around persistent pain. The company that we collaborated with, all of us, went out and advertised for the jurors, and it was really popular in that we got 300 responses back. We identified 14 jurors who were representative of the cohort that we wanted to look at, people with persistent pain. And then we then identified a further 17 expert witnesses using the oversight group. Those expert witnesses created 5-minute videos to teams that were then presented to the jurors over a 35-hour period. And the jurors were then given the opportunity to ask questions to evolve their thinking.
Lifestyle medicine is the fastest growing specialty of the last 10 to 15 years. It is something that is becoming very relevant and useful. And it's not just about using the everyday habits in a more evidence-based manner.
If we just keep giving medicines to people, it's unsustainable and it doesn't always work. So the evidence for pharmacological approaches to pain is limited, whereas there is good evidence that if you can take a more holistic approach, that it has better outcomes for patients.
We had a weekend in June where all 14 jurors met face to face and they deliberated on that question with all the evidence they had, and they came up with 6 recommendations around persistent pain. As clinicians and commissioners involved in healthcare, we're missing a link if we're not involving the public in what they need and what they require. So this has been a way of involving the public, giving them the right or enough information to make a very deliberate recommendation, or several recommendations in the case of this particular citizens' jury.